I want to look now at an application of what we've learned about interquartile ranges on some data which is potentially extremely important, maybe even life-changing for you. I'm talking about fantasy football. Now, don't worry if you don't like football, never heard of fantasy football, doesn't matter, it's just here to illustrate a point. So in fantasy football, different players get points depending on how well they do. If they score a goal, they get points. If they get sent off, they lose points, that sort of thing. So I've picked two players here, Raheem Sterling and Kasper Schmeichel, both of whom had decent seasons. So here are the points they got through the 33 games that we've had so far this season. All right, so how could we analyze this? How can we analyze the data to see which is the better player to put in your team or who's had the better season? Well, one thing we could do is look at their mean score. And so mean for Raheem is 4.33 and mean for Kasper is 4.33. So no difference there. We could also look at the median. So for that, we better order them. So here's their scores in order. And we could search for the median. If we do, we're going to find that for Raheem Sterling, it's 3, and for Kasper Schmeichel, it's also 3. So no difference in the mean, no difference in the median. So averages are not really telling us what the difference is between these players and which one you should pick. So let's try to analyze the spread of data. Now, just looking at it, there does seem to be a bit of a difference. Just from glancing at the data, seems like Sterling has a few more very low and very high scores, and Kasper Schmeichel's scores seem to be fewer very low, fewer very high, but more concentrated in the middle. So maybe a bit more bunched together, maybe a bit more consistent. So let's see if we can work out the quartiles of these. So let's work out the lower quartile for each of them first. Now there's 33 data points for each one, 33 games. So remember what our rule is. We take 33 and divide it by 4. That gives us 8.25. Now, our rule was if the number we got was a whole number, we add a half. If our number was not a whole number, we round up to the nearest whole number, which is 9. Okay, so I'm looking for the 9th term. That's going to be the lower quartile for each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Sterling's lower quartile is 1, and for Schmeichel, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So his lower quartile is 2. And the upper quartile, we do 3/4 of our number of data points, and 3/4 of 33 is 24.75. So since it's not a whole number, we'll round up to the nearest whole number, which is 25. And so I'm looking for the 25th. So that's the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. So for Raheem Sterling, it's 7. And for Schmeichel, it's 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. So 6 for Schmeichel. All right, so for Raheem Sterling, the interquartile range is his upper quartile, which is 7, minus his lower quartile, which is 1. So his interquartile range is 6. So that means that 50% of Sterling's games finished with a score that lay across a range of 6 points. So 50% of his results fit between 1 and 7. For Kasper Schmeichel, his interquartile range is his upper quartile of 6 minus his lower quartile of 2, which is 4. And so 50% of his results sit inside a tighter pocket of results. So that suggests that his results are more consistent. Now, who should you pick for your team? Well, this is the kind of interesting thing about statistics, is that statistics gives us the information and then we need to add a layer of interpretation to think how we apply it. So who you pick for your team depends what situation you're in. Let's say it's the last game of the season and you're quite a long way behind someone in your league and you need a huge score. Well, which of these players is more likely to give you a huge score? Well, Raheem Sterling is. Okay, his results are more spread out. He's more likely to get a very low score. He's also more likely to get a very high score. So if you need a very high score or nothing, he's the one to go for. If what you want is a consistent performer who's just definitely going to get a few points, then Kasper Schmeichel is your answer. So you can see how different requirements have different solutions. So the interquartile range and the spread of data is what's going to help us solve problems like that.